How's it going, boys? So last time I asked you if it was okay if we could trade the Sedins, and you guys agreed as long as they were together and to a contender. So that's alright. I'm going to go ahead and look around for a couple teams. I will be back real quick once I find somebody to trade them to. Well, boys, I did it. I traded both the Sedins to Ottawa, the fourth team in the NHL, I believe. I traded them for Scott Gomez, Matt Fratton, and a first overall pick. The only reason why this is so low is because, one, trade difficulty is on hard, and two, the Sedins did not have that much trade value. When you guys were talking about getting a first round pick for them, I was like, oh no, I should be able to get like 2 in a second or something like that. Scott Gomez and Matt Fratton were at the lowest possible trade value point, and a first round pick, it was almost even. Like, the Sedins did not have that much trade value, which was really surprising to me. But we did trade them. I did make Marcus Naslund the new captain, so he is the captain of this team at 20 years old. This is going to be a huge change for us. Like I said, I got Scott Gomez and Matt Fratton there. They're on like the 3rd and 4th line. Our team is not deep at all. So yeah, that's unfortunate that we're going to be so bad for the rest of the year. Hopefully we can pick up some guys at the trade deadline and at free agency and in the draft that will help us build around Naslund. He's not going to have the greatest of seasons just because he's basically playing by himself. Him and Verbata are the only two above 85 on this team. For forwards, I should say. And Verbata's probably going to be gone at the trade deadline. So yeah, this team is not looking very good. I would love to get a good young forward to grow alongside Naslund, but I don't really see too many that have a low trade value. So I don't know, we'll have to do some looking, and I obviously want to trade Verbata to a contender, but I need to get a prospect back or something like that. So we'll have to see what I can get back for him. Now, as we go along here, we're still kind of a 500 team. We're actually dropping a bit below now. Hold on, let me get a drink. I mean, we're still hovering around 500 for our wins and losses, showing that our defense is fairly solid, and Naslund is probably putting up a crap ton of points for us. Our goalies seem to be solid too, so hopefully Markstrom and Subban can be that tandem of the future for us. I'd really love to hold on to both those guys, and it'll be interesting to see what they become. Hopefully, like I said, I'd love to hang on to those two, and those be our 2 guys of the future. We're actually winning some games here. We were 23, 21, and 6 without the Sedins. My goodness. It's just ridiculous. I think we're doing better without them, honestly. Oh my god. Marcus Naslund probably putting the team on his back. 40 points in 50 games. I know it's not great, but he's got nobody playing with him. 22 goals there. Verbata, he's got 17 and 17. So yeah, Verbata will probably be gone within the next few days. Yeah, does not really have anybody playing with him. We need to get some prospects though. We either need to trade for draft picks and bank on this next draft, or trade for prospects. Yeah, Matt Fratton wasn't even playing in Ottawa. My goodness, he's getting playing time here. He's not doing half bad, honestly. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and trade Verbata. I'm going to try and get a prospect / draft pick back for him. I'll be back in a... Alright, as you see there, I traded Dan Hamhuis and Radim Verbata and 2 minor leaguers, one of which was Brandon Prust. I forget who the other one was, but I got Gustav Nyquist, Anthony Mantha, and Brad Richards from Detroit. I know what you're thinking. Brad Richards, that'd be a guy if you're trying to make the playoffs, I guess. But the reason why I got him was, one, to make the salary cap work out just a little bit. He's on a 1-year deal, so he'll be gone after this year. And Anthony Mantha and Gustav Nyquist will be right wingers for us for the future. I think they are good players. Mantha and Nyquist both will kind of be second liners. As we see here, he's actually on the first line. Not quite good enough stats to be a first line guy, but definitely a really good second liner. I think him and Naslund together will be really good. I'm going to go ahead and throw Horvat up in that first line there. So yeah, this is what the team is looking like. Not too good. We actually got Mantha in there right now too. I'm going to go ahead and change up the power play, try and throw those guys on there, get them as much time as possible, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I got all those guys inserted in there. So let's go ahead and just keep simulating up. I'm going to go up right to the trade deadline. I would still like to get rid of Burrows, considering he's on a 2-year deal. We could probably get something for him. I don't really know if I'm going to make any more trades. I think we've traded enough away from this team that we're not going to make the playoffs, and we can get a lottery pick. Which, yes, they do have the lottery in this game. Hopefully that means we can move up a little bit, because we weren't as bad as I thought we would be. And as you see there, we have more wins than regulation losses right now. But anyway, hopefully we can get some good picks. I know Ottawa probably will be making the playoffs, as we can see their record here in a second. They'll probably make the playoffs, and yeah, they're 33-21-8. They'll probably make the playoffs, and we don't have any other first rounders. We do have the Islanders second, and some others in later rounds. As we're about to play the Islanders here in a second, they have a good record as well. We don't have the greatest of picks, but we can always trade up. We got some guys on this team that I kind of like to get rid of, but you never know what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Let's see how the guys are doing. Alright, Marcus Naslund in his quote-unquote rookie year. Like I said, I made none of the Legends rookies, so I don't have to worry about him winning the Calder or anybody else. But anyway, in his first year, not doing so bad. 51 points, 29 goals. He's got nobody really with him, so I don't have to worry about him not progressing or anything like that. Once I get somebody with him, I don't have to worry about him not producing or anything. Gustav Nyquist, I don't know how good he was doing in Detroit. I'm sure he wasn't point per game, but we'll get plenty of service out of him. He'll be a future second line guy for us. He'll have a 20-goal season this year, or at least he should, especially playing with Naslund now. So yeah, don't worry about all these stats. Like I said, I'm not really that concerned with how these guys are doing. Mantha just had his first 11 games with us. He's got 3 points so far. It's not bad. He's also playing on the power play. He's not doing so bad. But then again, like I said, don't worry about these guys' points too much. We'll have better players next year, and then we can be concerned about these guys producing. Alright, and the debate between Markstrom and Subban. Wow, Markstrom's been getting way more starts. Subban needs to get more starts than just 15. I might just throw Subban in as a starter and turn off auto goalie rotation for these last 20-some games, just so we can get plenty of time. But with the small sample size, Malcolm Subban has been fairly decent. Like I said, only playing in 15 games, 2.4 goals against average. I'd like to see that a little lower, but .926 save percentage is not bad. 1 shutout in that time. So yeah, he hasn't been playing bad. I'd like to see him. Get some more time in there. Let's go ahead and actually let's take a look at all the league leaders and everything. There we go. Alright, let's see who's leading the league in points. John Tavares and Mike Bossy. Wow. Mike Bossy's almost got 50 goals already by the trade deadline. I think I made him accurate to what he should be. I mean, it doesn't lie right there. John Tavares and Mike Bossy, that's a deadly combination. I wish I could have picked the Islanders. Eric Lindros and Jakub Voracek tearing it up together. Yeah, those two guys would be pretty good together. I feel bad for Drew because he was basically pushed down to the second line. I don't know why they didn't move him over to the left wing or something. Alexander Ovechkin, him and Alexander Semin are having a lot of fun there back in Washington together. Brett Hall and Tarasenko, I'm surprised they're actually playing on the same line together. Pavel Bure, who's he playing with? Kyle Okposo's also up there too. Pavel Bure is probably just getting it done by himself. Tyler Seguin is always up there, but he's got really nobody to help him out other than Jamie Benn because Mike Modano is the second line center. You got Wayne Gretzky up there, Teemu Solani, Luke Robitaille, John Tavares up there with Bobby Hull. Wow, okay. I really like how this is turning out. I mean, the legends are, well, being legends. They're scoring a lot. That's what they do. And they're actually producing for the teams, which is something that you like to see, I guess. Yeah. So, this is... God. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw something else. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah. I mean, the legends are scoring like legends, and Sidney Crosby, jeez. Oh, God. You'd think he'd be doing a lot better. Did I see Mario Lemieux up here? Yes, I did. I wonder who's the first line center. I wonder how that's working out for him. So yeah, this is how everything is looking. There's Claude Giroux again. Like I was talking about, he basically was kicked down to the second line because of Eric Lindros. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at goalies. I'm sure Nabokov and Hasek are tearing it up in the league. Alright, games played. I thought they'd be up near the top. I guess they're not wins, though. Wow. Okay. So, Hasek and Nabokov aren't doing good. There's Hasek. He's 22 wins, 22 losses. That's not that good. Nabokov's right there. 22 wins, 22 losses. Yeah. Jeez. They aren't playing as well as they thought they would. I mean, there's so many good goalies in the league. I thought they would be some of the best, but I guess not. So let's go ahead and take a look at the team stats. Yeah, LA tearing it up. Anaheim's also tearing it up. Those two teams got very good players, and it's no surprise to me that they're tearing it up because Luke Robitaille, he had an excellent shot when he played. He could still get to the dirty areas. I think he's a great addition to LA. And Teemu Solani, him playing along with Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaf, that's a great addition there. So it's no surprise to me that they're doing good. But Dale Howardchuk, him in Arizona, that's actually propelled them into a playoff spot, so that's really interesting. But Nabokov in San Jose, I don't know, not so much. Gretzky in Edmonton's not really making a huge difference, though. I think that one's pretty funny. Anyway, let's take a look at the Western Conference, see where we stack up. Okay, so a couple teams in the West are worse than us. Nashville Predators and the Winnipeg Jets. And Nashville, you'd think they would be a little higher, especially with getting Peter Forsberg. He'd be number one center for him. Yeah, I figured he would have flourished there, but I guess not. Winnipeg, you know, that one kind of makes sense to me because they got a guy in a place that they weren't weak. If anything, they could have used a goalie. But they're at the bottom of the West. And in the entire league, we're going to take a look at our team stats now, too. Or, like, the stats. We are 25th in the league. So, that one makes me feel good. That means top 5 pick. And Ottawa, actually, let's take a quick look to see where they're at. And, wow, they've actually dropped. So, they're now 7th in the league, tied for 6th, I should say. So yeah, you know, they're not doing as good as they were without the Steens, but I feel like they have a good chance to go all the way. Alright, point percentage. Actually, no, I don't need to look at that. Where's Vancouver? There we go. Goals for per game. Oh my goodness, where are we at? Okay, 2.6. Not that great. Towards the bottom, I think. Where are we? Okay, so yeah, we're one of the worst in the league, but like I said, that doesn't make a difference to me. We're trying to tank right now. So, goals against per game, we're one of the worst, clearly. Our goaltenders are not seasoned. We don't have that good of a defensive core. Power play percentage now. Okay, so we're somewhere in the middle of the league. Okay, we're on the better half of the league, but I mean, to me, it just really doesn't matter. Penalty kill percentage. Okay, yeah, we're one of the worst. That one doesn't surprise me. And at home, we are much better than on the road. That does not surprise me. But anyway, we're not in a terrible position. I wish we were doing worse, honestly, but I guess I can't really say anything else about this team. I mean, we're trying to do bad, and we're kind of succeeding. So, I guess that'll be all for now then. Until next time, I'll see ya.